And welcome to week 3 of the WCBC. Here we have our first matchup between the two 2-0 teams, Sakura Blues and Upper 90. Here to kick things off is Neo Queen and Hunted.
Thank you so much, Rim. Yeah, we're getting started here. A highly anticipated matchup for today. I'm excited. And to start things off, we got Upper 90 on defense. Crimson gonna try and challenge that, but Dux is able to pass it out to Karo. Karo can't quite make the touch there. Pasadena's there for backup. Looking for a pass out, but looks like Sakura Blues. Is this gonna be a shot on target? No, it looks like Karo was able to clear it out.
A good save there, and we'll introduce the teams quickly while we have a moment. Sakura Blues in blue, Crimson, Alice, and Rose for Upper 90. Karo, Dux, and Pasadena in orange. And yeah, it looks like the Sakura Blues' first opportunity. They might get one here off that demo on the backside of Dux, but a good clear way. We'll send Upper 90 on to the offensive side of the ball. Pasadena up for the deflection. She gets the double, but it's not on goal.
Karo taking it. The blue corner. Rose gonna pass it out to Alice. Good look out to Alice there. But Karo's gonna try and pass it out here. Pasadena, I don't know if she got that touch there. It looked like she did. Dux trying to take control of the ball. Not able to get it over Crimson.
Demo.
Crimson passing it up to Alice. Rose gonna finish it up, but no, doesn't need to get that final touch. What a great play here.
Yeah, and it all starts again. It starts by that demo. I think it was Alice on the backside demoing whoever was last back there for Upper 90, and it opened up that 3-on-0 play they had, kind of punishing Upper 90 for being a little bit too far forward and not having that third player back off the demo. Great job to start the scoring by the Sakura Blues.
Karo Crimson gonna touch this out to Rose. Rose gonna take it off the wall. Crimson turn it around to find it. Gonna make the challenge there. Still keeping the pressure on U90. Pasadena gonna hit it off the back wall. Crimson's gonna clear it out. Karo trying to get a touch on it, not gonna be able to do it. Crimson trying to take it to the center. Got two misses on the aerial there. Pasadena's gonna try to pass it out to Dux. Dux out to Pasadena, but Alice is able to stop it.
Yeah, I really like the aggression and the physicality right now from the Sakura Blues. They've opened up a lot of space on the offensive side of the ball and have kept Upper 90 pretty much out of any kind of scoring areas so far early on in this game. We'll see if they can continue that, as this time it will be Alice who gets demoed there. I think Upper 90 is going to be looking for those bump plays and those demo plays as well as we get closer to the end of the game.
I'm seeing the ball on the Upper 90 side a little bit more. Looks like Sakura is just playing a lot of offense, getting really aggressive, like you were saying, and not a lot of shots from U90. We got two from Dux. So hopefully they can pick that up.
Great pass. Rose almost put that home. Alice is just going to wait. One of the things that Sakura Blues need to do. Oh, great challenge by Alice, and Crimson will finish it. I didn't think Alice would get there in time, but she did, and Crimson finishes off the second goal of the game for the Sakura Blues.
What a great passing play here, and Rose being a really great third person back as well. I noticed that a lot of the plays are being dictated by Alice and Crimson, and that's just, it's good to see that you have that communication on the field and that there's not a lot of people double committing. Oh, looks like Rose was AFK or not connected.
Not sure what's happening there with Rose, but unfortunately it does lead to a goal for Upper 90. And that will bring them back to within a goal. Yeah, she did lose connection. Hopefully she'll get in here soon. For the Sakura Blues, this is obviously you don't want to be playing 3v2, but they only have a minute and a half left to defend. They need to keep this one goal lead, and hopefully Rose will get back here soon enough.
Yep, gonna have to play really defensively here with only two people to move your play up the field. But Upper 90's trying to play smart here, make the passes they need to make. They only got to get past 2 people, so.
And it was a good passing play out in front. I mean, you could see them looking for it. Pasadena ends up getting the touch. All that Kara needs to put that in the back of the goal, so we're tied. Still 2 players for the Sakura Blues. We'll see if they can hold on, at least keep this game tied. As Caro over top, this is going to bounce. Alice gets demo. Ducks has an open goal. That is an Upper 90 lead now with 58 seconds left to go. It's a 1-goal lead, 3-2.
Man, that's kind of unfortunate. But like you said, since we're more than halfway through the game, there's nothing we can do but wait for the next match in the series. Alice kind of understanding that the situation is not the best. Ducks trying to put it on target, but still holding well on the defense here. Rose has returned. We're back to a 3v3 with 30 seconds left to go. Not impossible to get us back to an even match here. Just gotta make the correct touches. The final 25 seconds.
Yeah, 25 seconds left to go. Sakura Blues need to score a goal here. Here comes Rose. Try to make that touch. Not going to happen. Kara doesn't find it either. Ducks will pinch it away. Crimson out in front. Good play from Pasadena to Ducks. Back to Kara all the way down the pitch. That might be it. No, it's off the crossbar, and Kara will put it home. They will extend their lead to 2 and finish off game 1. It looks like Upper 90 will take the 1-0 lead heading into game 2.
Great reaction by Kara off the pass from Ducks. I did notice that the aggression from Sakura Blue started immediately back up when Rose got in the match. So it was nice to see that they got their objectives all squared together and they're able to try and equalize the score. But it looks like U90 is going to take the first game. Had a bit of an unfortunate advantage in halfway through there, but hopefully we won't see any of those in the next series.
Yeah, let's hope for no more connection issues. As
oh man,
yeah, unfortunate there for Rose, but either way, must move forward. Game 2 on the horizon. The Sakura Blues find themselves down by 1, and everything looked pretty good up until that moment for the Sakura Blues. I mean, they had the 2-goal lead. They were maintaining ball possession, keeping the ball on the offensive side of the field. And Upper 90, they took advantage of the opportunity they were given. We'll see if Sakura Blues can kind of replicate their performance early on in game 2.
Yeah, it's important not to let this get to them. They were looking really good, like you said. So as soon as we can get back into it, I think that they'll find that headspace again. It seemed like they did very quickly when Rose was able to get back in the match, but again, trying to scramble after having left, I can understand it would be tough.
Well, we move closer to game 2 now. Hopefully everything will be in right order there for the Sakura Blues and for Upper 90 as well. No, don't want any disconnections on either side if possible. But yeah, this early minute going to be very important for either team to try to give them momentum heading into this game 2. Great save by Crimson on the goal line.
Pasadena is going to try and look for somebody in the corner. It doesn't look like anybody has a boost to follow the play. Pasadena finding that open net. It's going to hit right off the post into the goal.
And this is a good play. Alice just unable to get the touch, unfortunately, that she wanted there, and Pasadena was ready for it. But good pressure right off the kickoff from Upper 90. They kept the ball in the zone, played that one down, and it's a good start now for Upper 90. This is what they didn't have in game 1, and they have here now. An early lead, and when you play against a team like this, an early lead can be so devastating.
I agree. It's just one of those things that you might end up getting into the heads of the other team just simply by getting the lead first. And some people can hold their composure, and for some people it's a motivator. You know, you get scored on, you're like, well, now we got to kick it up a notch. So hopefully, Sakura Blues can can pull it together. Pasadena with kind of an awkward touch right on the goal line, but they were able to scramble that away.
Yeah, Pasadena in that Batmobile. A little bit of a mistouch on the pack wall with that flat car, but no harm done to the upper 90 side. They still have this 1-goal lead with just about 3:45 left to go.
Caro looking for someone to demo on the goal. Rose is going to take control of this. There's nobody at the net. Crimson. Ducks is going to try and pass it down off the wall. Crimson's there to challenge again. A demo on the goal line leaves the goal wide open, but Ducks is able to recover around.
Yeah, great defensive rotation from upper 90 on that play. Made sure to have a player in position every time. I would love to see the Sakura Blues go back to their physicality that they had early on in game one. It really threw off the upper 90 defensive rotation. They just haven't been able to find it now as Crimson in a bit of an awkward spot here. Ducks missing the shot, but it will be cleared away. 2 minutes gone, still 1-0 game.
Good communication on the save. Ducks is going to clear that one away for upper 90. And Alice passing it back. Thankfully, Crimson was there to pick it up. Pasadena going to try and slow it up on the goal line, trying to get a bump on the goal line. Rose sends it up to the center, but Pasadena's there to stop. It's coming straight down. Ducks, unfortunately, trying to clear it out, but it looks like she ends up hitting it off the post after touching it.
It's a tough read from Ducks on that play. She has to get a touch. As Sakura Blues was bearing down, that ball coming straight down off the ceiling. And yeah, she just had a bit of an off angle. It touches her car twice. It's in the back of the net, and Sakura Blues tie things up at half.
Yeah, upper 90 is definitely being more aggressive this series. But I think Sakura just has to get better rotations going, like right here, just like that. Alice able to gain control. Crimson passing it out, able to find herself a pass off the back wall. Good stuff.
Yeah, I like the communication between Alice and Rose on that play as well. You could see Rose had a beat on the ball, but she opts to let Alice play it. She rotates back, waiting for any kind of clear from upper 90. Ends up being unnecessary as Sakura Blues put one in, but love the team play, love the chemistry that we're seeing from this SKB team as they do take the lead here in game two. They've got 2 minutes to try to hold on to it as that one's just wide there from Pasadena.
Rose trying to find contact off the wall, but can't quite get there, but Crimson's there for good backup touch. Pasadena now with possession over to Kato. Kato's not going to be able to get it in. Crimson trying to get the touch to clear, can't quite make contact. Still on Sakura's end here.
Oh no.
Whew. Pasadena popping it up. It leaves the center. Ball is slowed up on upper 90 side.
It's a 2-on-1 the other way. Pasadena the flick. Can Alice get there? She can't. Great flick from Pasadena. Catches, I believe it was Crimson back on defense. That'll tie the game. You can see Crimson, I think that was supposed to be a fake challenge. If she would have challenged that normally, I think that's a pretty easy win from Crimson. Pasadena not taking the bait on the fake. Makes it 2-2 with 1:20 left to go.
Those deadly Batmobile flicks. Rose centered up. Crimson, can she get the right touch? Not quite. That was a good try, though. The backboard. Kato's going to push this one up. Alice getting a touch for Rose to clear. A demo on Alice. Ducks trying to make a play. Crimson going to 50 it off Pasadena. Rose sending it back. Caro, well, not the best touch off the backboard there. Almost gave Alice an opportunity to score.
Again, I love this aggression from the Sakura Blues. There's another demo. This could open up some space for Alice. Rose tries to stuff it home. Crimson's there. This is exactly what we were talking about the Sakura Blues needed to do. Open up that defense with some demos and turn it into scoring opportunities. Upper 90 has not had an answer to the physical play, and they don't here again.
So cool to see them get back in their groove after a little bit of a mishap in the first match. Crimson taking it over, all the way over to the upper 90 side. I'm gonna try and continue the play. But Ducks gets in her head. What a flick. Is gonna go off the backboard. Pasadena's there for the touch. Almost getting that into the goal. What an angle. I couldn't imagine never trying to make that shot. Alice is gonna try and center this one. Gets 50'd off of upper 90. Got 4 seconds left. 3, 2, and it looks like Sakura Blues is gonna take the win in game 2.
Yeah, well played and well fought win for the Sakura Blues. That final 20 seconds, you know, you love to see power flicks, but I think Ducks actually got a little too much on the flick. It kind of gave Pasadena a tough angle to try to play back down in front of the goal. But it was a smart idea from Upper 90. Using these power flicks have worked out for them already in the series. I'd like to see them going for that. But really, what I would like to see more from Upper 90 in game 3, if they want to take this from Sakura Blues, and I think this is something that they're going to be discussing themselves, is number one, they're getting demoed and out of position on defense, and it's, you know, a counterpoint to what the Sakura Blues are trying to do. They need to clean that up on defense. But the mid challenges and the mid speed from Upper 90 have been not what I expected from them. They are very typically they're very fast, very quick to the ball, harassing everyone, not giving them any space. But the Sakura Blues have found that space, and if you're Upper 90, I think it's time to speed up a little bit through mid.
For sure, and I can see that Sakura has this play style where if they have the opportunity to challenge, even if they're rotating back, they will challenge and they'll put that pressure in. Right off the bat, we have a goal from Upper 90 Ducks, putting it in. Caro sending it off the back wall, and what a touch by Ducks here. Good shot.
Rose kind of turned off that play as well. I'm not sure where she thought that ball was going to go. It could have been another pass, but just didn't cover the angle, and that left Alice in no man's land, if you will. She wasn't able to get across to make that play as Crimson off the giveaway will tie things up. Ends up going top shelf. Great play from Crimson.
Starting off super hot in this match. Yeah, what I was saying before and even previously is that I think they just have a really good communication. Rose is constantly the third man. If she knows that her teammates ahead of her can challenge again and keep the aggression up, like, she'll stay back. So I think that's really, really cool to see. We got Alice trying to put it on the open net. Doesn't look like there's anybody there to save that. Looks like Upper 90 got caught up on the play.
Yeah, this is an ill-advised challenge from Ducks. She has to make a touch on that, or that's a goal every time for Sakura Blues. You want to be aggressive, you want to be fast, you want to be quick, but you have to be smart as well. You can't just throw your car at every ball that comes out to you. You've got to make sure you know where your teammates are. And unfortunately for Ducks, she was unable to make the challenge. It was very close. Don't get me wrong. I think, you know, in the heat of the moment, most players make the decision to challenge there. Mm-hmm. But you just, if
that's
you're
the
going
risk you take, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You have to get a touch on that or it's a goal.
Absolutely. I think a good communication from whether or not the play is still happening to if somebody's up and they know they're not going to be able to get back, you know, tell their third man, you know, stay back, like play that back post defensive role until I can find a position to find my way back. We got Crimson holding up the defense here. Rose is going to send it out. Looks like Upper 90 is trying to break through, but they're consistently getting touches past them. Alice, Caro's there for the early challenge. But Crimson sends it over. That's a open net, but Rose not quite getting the right touch, and Alice is able to be there for backup.
Ooh,
what a strange play, yeah.
My goodness. I don't think Alice was ready for that at all, but she still got up to make the play. Scary moments there for Sakura Blues, but they keep their 1-goal lead. And this game, a lot more even, a lot more back and forth. I don't think anybody's really had the ball in the offensive zone for an extended period of time. It's been kind of bang-bang plays for these goals. I think that works in the favor of Upper 90 as they can find these offensive opportunities, as that one has to be cleared away by Alice. Can she get back out to it? It will be Crimson to play it off.
Doug's is going to try and find a teammate. Pasadena sending it down. Alice and Rose there for the save, but Crimson's able to get it out. Crimson opts to leave the ball for Alice.
Oh, the
bumps,
bump
ducks. Rose can't quite get the angle. It was so close. It was a great idea by Sakura.
Surprised Crimson just left the ball to go for that boost. It almost worked, don't get me wrong, but looked like she had a play, maybe a pass out towards the midfield, but maybe that's just what Sakura Blues are trying to do to Upper 90. They're playing in a way that gets them on the back foot just like that. Alice is around everyone and scores. She picks up her second goal of the game, and it's another long-range goal for the Sakura Blues.
Those second option plays, I think, are really deadly. And nowadays, you think they're going to score, you think they're going to make that pass, but if you decide to take the second option, just hit it off the backboard, go to demo the goalie, you actually open up that opportunity. So cool to see them utilizing that and it working out for them. Pasadena's trying to slow up the play here, make an opportunity, but it's still going to be on Upper 90 side. A banged over to blue side Crimson. He's gonna pop it up, and Rose is gonna try her best to keep it on their possession.
Good clear there from Crimson. She'll push it forward. Gets over top of Pasadena, now into the corner. 90 seconds left on the clock. Still a 2-goal lead for the Sakura Blues. Caro will get the clear. Can Pasadena get the bump onto Crimson? No, she was looking for it, but unable to find anything, and that will be Crimson's ball for the clear. And this is great from the Sakura Blues. A lot of maintaining possession and wasting time. You don't need to score. You would like to if you can. Alice hits the crossbar, but it doesn't matter because right now they still have this 2-goal lead and wasting a ton of time in the orange zone.
That's all they need to do now. Play it safe, not take any huge risks. Ducks almost able to make a playoff there. Alice demos Caro, though. Maybe that she was needed for that play. But Alice sending it down, still keeping the pressure up, but still having that backup so as to not put themselves in a bad position here. 30 seconds, you can still score 2 goals, so got to make the right decisions as the game winds down here.
Yeah, just about 15 seconds earlier, Rose was extremely lucky to not get punished with a weak touch in mid. I think it bounced off her car off the shot from Ducks as well that just sent it wide. But those are the kind of things that Upper 90 needed in this game to go well for them, to get them this victory. It's not going to happen, I don't believe. I mean, they will have another opportunity, but Crimson again cuts across to make the play. It just looks like Upper 90 playing passively, a little bit too slowly, trying to slow the pace down, and it's working for Sakura Blues. They're going to take a 2-1 series lead, and Nito, I'm going to say something that may be controversial. If Rose did not disconnect in game 1, in my opinion, this is a 3-game sweep for the Sakura Blues.
They were looking so good in the first game. I can see where you're saying that. I'm actually curious as to what Upper 90 was doing in that game. What did they talk about after that first series that kind of told them that they needed to play more passively? Because I really feel like they should be doing the opposite. I see them all pushing up at once at times, so I'm not sure. Maybe they're just struggling to find the balance today, and these next couple games will get them back in their groove.
Well, they don't have much of an opportunity to let the Sakura Blues do what they want this time around. They do not have another game to drop. They are on match point, which is not something we have said very often about Upper 90. The Sakura Blues, they've got to win one of the next 2 games to hand Upper 90 their first series loss, to stay undefeated, and potentially put themselves in the lead here at the end of this week. And, you know, this is going to be a very, very important game for it. If Upper 90 can rally and score, you know, I think this has to be a blowout from the orange side, right? Like, they have to shut the Sakura Blues down. They have to score goal after goal. Don't let up, kind of crush the morale of the Blues heading into game 5, or it could, even if Sakura Blues lose this game, they could still, you know, fix a couple of their mistakes to take game 5. This has to be a statement win from Upper 90.
Totally agreed. We're going in. This next game, hopefully we can see Upper 90 show that aggression that we know that they have, Sakura Blues is just looking really deadly, not trying to let that first game really affect them. And like you said,
What a
almost
save
shot
by
there.
Pasadena.
And Karo's taking it slow, trying to fake out the goalie, but that early challenge sends Alice on her way to clear. Pasadena, ball slowly rolling towards the goal, but not quite going to get there.
.4:15 left on the clock, still tied up at 0. Good pinch from Caro. It'll bounce out of the corner. Alice wants to try to turn this one around. She'll take it off the back wall. Ducks now out of the corner looking for Pasadena. Good touch there by Crimson. We've played a minute here in the game 4. Nobody has been able to crack the code yet for this first goal. Alice has to go up and make another save, but Upper 90 does have the aggression. This could be a clear if Rose can get to it. She will. What can she do with this ball? Has Alice lurking behind, ready for that clear from Caro. Will opt to let Crimson take this shot. Rose tries to get a touch on it. Pasadena there again to make the save.
See them a little bit more spread out on the field and possibly trying to find out what's going to work to get past this Blues defense. And Ducks not quite getting the touch there, but Caro's there for backup. Pinch sends the ball all the way over to the Blue side. And Ducks is going to opt to shoot. Alice is there. Rose also committing to the save, though. Puts her in a weird position, but she can come out the goal to clear.
Yeah, that was a double commit by the Sakura Blues. Almost got punished.
A demo on Caro by Rose. Rose still putting the pressure, trying to find a teammate. She's going to rotate back.
2:50 left to go. Pasadena over top of Rose. Caro into the blue zone. Alice is going to watch this one. Here comes Crimson to pick the play up. Has to go by Ducks. Does. This one's going to be high. Pasadena makes the play off the crossbar. Still Alice towards the cage. Rose couldn't get there for the touch home. And we are still scoreless here at the half of game number 4. Crimson over top. She's got the challenge against Pasadena. Can't win it. Now Alice with a shooting opportunity. Pasadena again will make a great defensive play to keep the game scoreless.
They're not letting any of these through. They can't. Like you said, there's match point, and they really need to make a statement. And right now, it is just looking like there's so much pressure on either end. Neither of them want to let up the first goal in fears of, letting up the whole game.
1 minute, 50 seconds. All that remains in regulation time, game number 4. We still have not seen a goal scored, as this one's going to be Carroll off the back wall down towards Ducks. No touch, but it will be Carroll to follow it up. We're back into the blue zone now as the last 95 seconds are on the clock. Alice can't get the touch. Ducks will. That's the goal. The first of the game for Upper 90, and it's 1-0.
Upper 90 really just needed to see themselves on that board first. And now all they got to do is hold that lead. But like you said, if they can create even bigger threat, maybe score a couple more goals here in a minute and a half, they can go in to the next games with a little bit of fire behind them. But Pasadena, coming off of a wall here, off of an unfortunate attempt to clear by Rose. What a good challenge by Pasadena, able to get that second goal in.
Rose not able to make the play she wanted and will be punished by Pasadena. Alice off the kickoff. She'll score. We're back to a 1-goal game.
Well. It seems the Sakura Blues is definitely not giving up this fourth game win, because it would mean that they don't have to play another game. Minute and 22 seconds to go, and I can already tell that Sakura Blues isn't going to let up the pressure for 1 second. Hopefully Upper 90 can handle it. Crimson trying to catch up to the ball. Doesn't quite have enough boost there. Caro blasting it down the field. Rose there to send it over. Alice down the field. Not quite ready for a pass. Caro's going to throw it to the goal. Alice there to clear.
60 seconds on the clock. A goal needed by Sakura Blues to send us to overtime. Pasadena and Caro both up for that. If they can turn this, it could be dangerous. Alice is going to take a chance on it at mid, but Caro will turn it around. Shot towards the net. Crimson the save. They've got to hustle to get there, and they will. Ducks can't quite find the home for that one. Here comes Rose. Has Crimson and Alice in support. They can't find the pinch. They need to get back to the ball. Ducks shot will be blocked away by Crimson as the final 30 seconds on the clock now.
Crimson popping it up. Kind of a dangerous spot in front of the goal there. Pasadena trying to find a touch back to Ducks. You can't. Caro waiting to make a play here. Not gonna let Blues tie it up here. The last final seconds here of game 4. Alice is gonna send it out. Crimson with the touch, not able
it's
to.
Still there.
Alice is still up. Ducks trying to send it down. Crimson can't quite get the touch off the ball, and Rose isn't able to find it either. That's game 4 to U90.
Wow, very close call. When Alice had that lookout in front, I thought this could be an opportunity for the Sakura Blues to try to tie things up. She got a little too much on it, sent it a bit too far, but it was still a very close game. And this is not something that Upper 90 is known for. In their wins, they win. I mean, it sounds really silly to say, but when Upper 90 wins games, you know that Upper 90 won that game. And it hasn't felt like that even in this game. They were up by 2. Sakura Blues, they played well. I will say Upper 90 played much, much better in this game. Really kept the Sakura Blues out of the offensive zone. But it still feels like this series can go either way as we head into game 5. I'm not confident in either team to win it, but I can't wait to see how it works.
Right, like this is a deciding factor. I think that U90 finally has their head in the right place as far as how to deal with Sakura Blues and their aggression. But it's going to be a great final game. See who takes it on this first series.
Yeah, my casting kind of integrity is on the line right now. I said the Sakura Blues would take this series in 5 games. Pretty's already out. He said Sakura Blues in 4. Almost got his wish, but...
Almost, yeah. I was like,
I think you and I both said it would go to 5 games. We said opposite teams would win, so now one of us will be right at the very least.
Exactly. And anyway. It's going to be me. No, I'm just kidding. We'll have to see. We're 4 minutes and 30 seconds in to the final match. And U90 was putting their team back together on that last match, and they were able to. Caro sending a challenge on the blue side. It's able to get cleared. Crimson following it up. It gets sent straight down into the center. And U90 is going to try and make a play.
Pasadena can't quite get the pinch out in front. Alice will not clear it away. Caro is there. Great save by Crimson on the goal line to keep things tied at 0. A minute into game 5. Alice with the win, but it will be Ducks. That's a bit of a missed touch there, though. Caro will get back to it. Rose going to watch her fumble the ball. It's out in front, and Ducks is able to make the save. Close plays on either side, but still somehow no score.
U90 not looking the best right now. Hopefully they can clean up their gameplay a little bit. We got a double commit by Sakura Blues. Alice still coming up to challenge that. Pasadena's going to get it out to Caro. Ducks looking for a pass. Pasadena. Ducks getting this touch over to the corner. Crimson's going to clear it out.
I think the Sakura Blues have really moved away from the physical play. I would love to see them go back to it, try to demo somebody from this orange defense here. I mean, they're getting into the rotation. They're keeping the play out of the front of the goal with the exception of a couple of missed touches. But, yeah, when it was hard towards the enemy defenders, taking them off the pitch, it was working for the Sakura Blues. They've gone away from that, and now they can't seem to break through the defense.
I noticed their rotation's not looking as clean as before, so maybe they're feeling the pressure. You know, they didn't get it so easily to them. Like you said, maybe if that disconnection didn't happen, they would have already been walking away feeling good, but now they have this last game on the line. Pasadena's going to put it right on the target. None of Sakura Blues to be seen on the goal line.
This is just a sneaky touch from Pasadena. I don't think anybody was quite ready for that play. And she just pops it over everybody. A couple of Sakura Blues players there watching it go in as well. And that will be the first goal for Upper 90. Will that be the only one needed? We have 2.5 minutes to find out. If the next goal is blue, we will be tied here in game 5, potentially looking at overtime. But if this next goal is orange, if the next goal is Upper 90s, which it might just be here, good block from Crimson, that could spell disaster for the Sakura Blues. As Pasadena shoots and scores, she's got 2 on the game, and it's a 2-0 lead.
U90 had a good chance in between games to kind of get their mentality all back together. You know, they didn't let the possibility of losing let it get to them. But looks like Rose is going to have an opportunity to pop it in off the kickoff. Not sure what happened here. Oh, it looks like we had Caro choke up on the play, and Dux wasn't able to get back with boost. But what a great touch by Rose. Not really able to save that.
No, I want to just highlight it. I want to make sure everybody knows how wonderful that touch was from Rose. If she dribbles that on the goal line, Dux is there to make the save. She knew Dux didn't have the boost to get up to that ball, nor the positioning. And she hit that top shelf to send us to a 1-goal game now. What a clutch play from Rose. That could be a difference maker here if they can tie things up.
There she is again, waiting to find that touch again. Pasadena gonna be trying to clear this out. Gets challenged. Alice not able to get the touch there. Pasadena's still looking for a teammate. Alice is gonna boom it out, following it up. Pasadena trying to get a play off the wall. Crimson's there. Gonna try and pinch it. Doesn't quite get the touch. Dux is sending it over to Caro. Caro back over to Dux. Dux with the fake is able to get it into the goal. What a mind game here by Dux. What a great passing play as well. Another one back to Dux. Dux just doing a little shimmy over to find its place into the goal.
Not only does that fake beat the first challenge, it also forced Alice to flip and try to make a save on a shot that wasn't even coming. Great play from Dux to give them back this 2-goal lead, and now the Sakura Blues, they find themselves in the same position they did just about a minute before. They've got to score 2, and this time they've only got 60 seconds to do it. Can they get the offense going? It doesn't look like it. Oh, Pasadena blocks that one out in front. I think she thought maybe there was a defender back ready to make the save, but she was the defender on that play. This could be dangerous now. That's towards the net. Good save by Dux.
You got 40 seconds on the clock. Got a demo by Alice on Dux. Trying to create those opportunities, trying to break down U90 so they think they have the win, but it doesn't look like they could pull it together. Pasadena puts another shot in from a weird 50 off of Alice here, and Pasadena is able to read the hit. Now it's a 3-goal lead with only 30 seconds to go. I don't know if Sakura Blues can pull themselves out of this one.
3 goals, 30 seconds. Crimson, ceiling. We'll see if she can do it. Looks for the shot. It's blocked away by Dux. Rose is going to try to turn. Can't quite get it back into the offensive zone. A lot of time is gone now. Only 15 seconds left. Alice and Crimson need to score this play right here. It'll come down to Rose. Takes a shot. Pasadena doesn't save it, but Caro does. And that's going to do it. That's the save that wins the series. Upper 90, hang on. They will win in 5 games and continue their undefeated streak. The Sakura Blues will drop to 2-1.
What great teamwork by Upper 90, able to get their heads back in the game. And I saw Pasadena not readying up at the end. They're really trying to diagnose what was going wrong. And it really worked out for Upper 90 today.
And before we go to break, I just want to address something that you don't see very often in this game. And just because reading chat and knowing the gravity of this situation, I just want to address this real quickly. I've watched a lot of Rocket League. I've watched a lot of tournaments played online. I've watched a lot of people disconnect in the middle of games. It's a thing that happens. This is just the world that we live in, unfortunately. Stuff happens. People can't always be reliable to play the entire match. I get that Sakura Blues were in a great position in game one. It came crashing down after the disconnect, but that's just something that happens. If you're the Sakura Blues, yes, it's probably frustrating, but you have to come back, and they did. They won the next 2 games. They put themselves in a position to win the series. They couldn't close it out. I just want to say that that should not take away from the upper 90 win. They deserve the win. They got the win. At the end of the day, there's rules in the rule book that cover disconnects. This was all talked about before things happened, and it's just the way that it goes. So congratulations to upper 90. Congratulations to the Sakura Blues for a wonderful series. I personally hate to see that there was a disconnect. I think it changed the series, but either way, it doesn't change the fact that upper 90 are the victors here.
Right, you're going to run into problems in technical problems when you're dealing with a technical game. It's an esport, so the fact that we can try and troubleshoot them and work out like the best is the best we can do. But like you said, it doesn't matter whether or not they disconnected. That was a great comeback from upper 90, able to set their win there. So yeah.
All right.
I agree.
Well, what a game, what a series. Unfortunate with the disconnect, but well-deserved all around. I think both of these squads, this is definitely one that we could potentially see in the final. That said, before we get to our next matchup here, we are going to try and get an interview in here, so stick around. We'll be right back.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the WCBC. It is Hunted here with Pasadena from Upper 90. Pasadena, congratulations on your 3-0 win. How are you?
Shaken. Mildly shaken. Yeah, it was quite a rough one, I suppose.
Well, hey, I mean, you're 3-0 now on the season, and you dispatched one of, if not the toughest competition you're going to face all season long, and you did it in comeback fashion. I mean, that's got to feel good at least, right?
In retrospect, yeah. In the moment, it feels horrible. Very, very stressful. Too stressful, I suppose. There were lots of things we had to keep track of. Lost going through that series. And obviously the mental game is very important there. Which was affected. Teammates were getting frustrated and upset, losing faith. Particularly with facing against Sakura Blues, very bumpy based on. When our team thus far has been quite reliant on infield passes and quite long clears, getting shut down on those clears all the time is very stressful. It feels like you have no space. It's quite suffocating. So yeah, many factors coming in.
It's certainly something we highlighted a lot was really a lot of what you said. I mean, they played very physical in the first couple of games, and they were definitely very aggressive midfield and inward. But so go back if you can, if it's not too stressful. Go back to the end of game number 3. You find yourself down 2-1, and we certainly noticed that you took your time. In that end score screen, you didn't ready up. You took all 60 seconds. What were you saying? What were you guys talking about in that moment?
Right. So there was a bit of surgery at that point. Needed to change something. Needed to fix something. Something was wrong. The problem I think we were having was our second rotation often wasn't shutting down the first. No, it wasn't shutting down the person who is clearing out of their defense. So in offense, we needed the second person to be rushing in the corners. And basically what was happening is the second person was backing out too early. And that was leading it down the line opposite to rotation, which was causing people to be backwards to the ball. And then Sakura would send one of their players upfield to harass, which was causing a lot of problems. And so then the moment that happened, we were just fighting on the back foot the entire time. And one thing as well was just forcing 50-50s in our defense, but then immediately following up on them as well. Because I think Sakura made a point to challenge as early as possible, to rush, to be very aggressive, to be very suffocating. And that was something that was kind of shutting us down for a while. And so in those 60 seconds, I sort of took that leader role in that sense. I was trying to communicate to the team what I thought was going on, because there was a lot of frustration, and it's obviously a stressful environment. And in 60 seconds, I just tried to not give some sort of dramatic monologue, but some sort of dialogue between us all that would comprise those ideas into one thing. And obviously, in those 60 seconds, you can't expect all these things to be taken in immediately. You can't expect them to all work immediately. So coming into those last few games, I changed my card back to Octane, and it's what I'm most comfortable with. And I made sure that as soon as I saw somebody challenge on my team, I went straight in. Because at least if I couldn't rely on my teammates to be doing it, because maybe I didn't communicate it properly or they were under stress, at least I knew I was doing it. So I was pushing as hard as possible. And in those games, I felt like I really held that offense down doing that. So I made the adjustment personally, and I tried to sort of inspire my teammates to do so as well.
Well, very cool. I appreciate the insight there. Certainly, the change was made and it worked out quite well. You, of course, ended up coming back and taking the series in that 5 games. But we look ahead to next week. You've got, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong. No, I believe you have 72 PC upcoming, and it's not going to be an easy game there. Are you prepared for that, or did this week kind of shake up your confidence a little?
I don't think it's shaken us up. In retrospect, I think this will sort of solidify us as a team, to recognize that we can adapt. We are adaptable. I'm looking forward to playing 72 PC. There are a few people on that team that I know personally, and it's always nice to play against who you know. Of course, the whole WCBC tournament is about promotion and the advocacy of these sorts of things, and it's really nice to see people on the other side of the field who are friends, who are fellow competitors, because whilst we're competing against each other, we're already competing with each other to bring each other up, right? And it's always nice to know those people. It just makes it that much more personal. It'll be an experience to remember, for sure.
Well, Pasadena, thank you so very much for joining us here for this interview. And again, congratulations to you on the victory over top of the Sakura Blues. We are going to go ahead, take a very short break. On the other side of that, we've got Extreme Zone and 72 PC Gold. You're not going to want to miss it. Make sure you keep it here.